Hello and welcome to the Trampled Back Podcast, episode 105. I'm Gary Black and joining me this week is Chris Conroy.
Hello.
And John Walker.
105, that, like in 2 episodes' time, we'll be able to do a Peugeot gag, but I'll save that for the Peugeot gag.
Why don't we do a Shimano 105 gag?
Shimano 105?
Shimano 105.
Is that a bike
that's
from the 70s?
No, that's the group set that I would hope to get at entry level. I'm not fucking about with Sora or Claris. I'm looking for a second-hand bike with Shimano 105. I don't want a mix. Ultegra 105. I want the group set the fucking bike came with. So Shimano 105.
I mean, I'm aware that that's the second time I've done the 107 build-up gag.
But you weren't expecting me to come in with a fucking bike reel.
But the good thing is when we get to like 201, I'm going to start doing the 207 gags as well, so it'll be perfect.
Oh,
have you got a fucking one for me there? You got one?
No.
Oh, cool. He's not going to try and one-up me anymore.
Just thinking about that group set.
So we've got 2 new Patreon subscribers this week.
I love that you don't tell me any of this in the chats anymore, and it gets exciting.
Because I know the wee smile on your face when you find out somebody else is giving his money is worth it. So the first one is Cal Dempsey.
Thanks, Cal.
Has been on Twitter before. Is he and is in our group, our WhatsApp group?
Do you know what? I think that's what keeps Cal Dempsey pure. Like he's never entered into the hinterland that is the WhatsApp chat.
Yeah, the darkness.
Do you know what? I do look at see the best kind of Patreon is the patron that's in Patreon, but not the WhatsApp chat.
Right?
No, I'm not denigrating the WhatsApp chat patrons. Thanks, we really, really appreciate it. But there is something unique about the people that enter the WhatsApp chat daily. Yeah, I'll not give us 4 fucking quid. Do you know what? I'm not. Listen, see the best model I've heard about the Patreon is see the people that are giving us a couple of quid. They're subsidising the people. We love the people that listen for nothing as well.
Yeah, we love everybody.
There's no way this is turning into a guilt trip podcast.
No.
But please buy a Lisa mattress.
the other new Patreon
available at Dream Stores.
Use your T-Bat vouchers.
So I can't figure out if this is somebody who's just never been in touch with us. I did a little bit of internet stalking and couldn't find.
You fucking
anybody.
Love that, Gary.
Couldn't find them, so I don't know whether it's a false name.
Right.
But thank you, Chandra Nash.
Do you know what? I kind of like Chandra. Thank you very much for your hospitality. That's not even the right thing to say there, but I kind of like the idea that we are the fat ugly chick that somebody like Chandra's friend who says, I dare you to support those idiots. I dare you to give them a bit of encouragement, an excuse to produce. I dare you.
Yeah, so thanks whoever you are. Get in touch.
We really, really appreciate it. We're going to spend some more money soon.
And also, James Doran upped his status.
Fuck's sake, James.
Did you get a new job? We wage rise? Bonus?
That's not part of the questionnaire that we ask people to fill in. We'll just take their money.
Regardless.
James, thanks very much.
I'm not even in the Patreon group yet.
That's because you won't pay.
I know, it's fine. I'll subsidise other ways.
Do you know what? See as well as the Patreon, see when we're putting out something new, see the day we put something out new, see the amount of people that are retweeting, sharing, or commenting.
Yeah.
It's been brilliant recently. We get so much out of the people that listen, and it isn't just about a cash donation, that's just dirty. But see how we retweet.
I definitely feel like it's since we made them ambassadors, they feel a lot more responsibility.
That's the first you've said that word in 6 weeks, you fucking idiot.
Did anyone from Five Club be taking ambassadorship role?
I don't think they did.
They just done. They had their 2nd birthday. I don't know if we congratulate them.
You can do it right now.
Congratulate! That's episode 94 I was listening to there. So that was their 2nd birthday. For the listeners of this, Five Club is probably something you might enjoy if you enjoy this.
We've got a couple of offshoot Twitter accounts that have nothing to do with us as well.
They're tremendous.
They deserve a couple of followers.
It does feel like a certain level of celebrity when somebody sets up a fake Twitter account on your behalf.
There's a couple of what is it? Is it Trampled Sea? Is that the art for Trampled Back?
That's the art, yeah.
Yeah.
And some of the things when you read them back, going, no,
We didn't see that. No context, trampled bat. The only thing is sometimes they do put out the tweets before the episode's been released for general release.
But then if you're following that account and then you see them come up, you are kind of waiting and going, what is the context to this bullshit?
Yeah, it's like a trailer.
Aye.
Trailer to a movie. You need to
we don't have
in.
to lift a finger to do it. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Go and give at Trampled Sea, again, with nothing to do with it, and it does feel kind of, I have no fucking control over this and my face is on it.
It's going to turn out to be a Britain First subgroup.
Do you know what? I feel like Joey Tribbiani fucking advertising the blue lip gloss.
Do you know
it kind of, I've gave my image away. What the fuck are they going to do with it?
Well, what was something that said that if you have 100 hours of your vocal saying any combination of words, people can basically make any phrase in your voice. So
that's probably what's happened here.
So if we ever became even remotely famous, I don't know what they could put together.
John, nobody could make you say anything worse than the stuff that you say yourself.
That's why I jump in first, though. Gonna have to go the other way. Be moderate on a subject.
John stops you saying it. The other one is Proud Avon Da.
Yes.
Who, along with Stephen Wilson, a long-time supporter, have been challenging people on Twitter. Do you know what? I realised that they were doing. They are searching the words "your dad sells Avon." It's coming up all the tweets where people have said "your dad sells Avon," and the two of them are just going on and saying, "Well, what does your dad do?"
Brilliant.
Wilson was the first one I seen doing it. That made me so happy.
Outstanding work. Outstanding.
It's just see when you've just sort of had the kernel of an idea and you see somebody grow it into something like see the council gardener that comes in and gives the primary school kids the daffodil bulb. These people are fucking growing triffids with the tiny fucking bulbs. Keep it up. It's fucking making our day when we see it happen.
So we'll move on to celebrity death then.
Okay.
Do you want to start with Albert Finney?
I go for Albert Finney. Favourite, he was fucking brilliant, and Erin Brockovich. I can't remember who played the female lead.
Erin Brockovich, was it not?
Yeah. Gary's absolutely disgusted.
No, I'm thinking I've never seen it.
You've never seen Erin Brockovich?
Neither have I.
Oh, Albert Finney's amazing in it.
The only thing it makes me think is the Simpsons parody of it, when Homer at the end says, I guess you're really a Karen Alotovich.
Oh, right. Do you know what? Erin Brockovich, Julia Roberts, Albert Finney. I'm trying to remember who plays Julia. It's a really weird love interest that she has in it, this motorbike weirdo. Julia Roberts is fucking unbelievable in it. And a true story. Wow.
Is it a true story or is it based on a true story?
That's a true story. This woman actually fought for people's water rights, and I think it'll actually come to fruition over the next 15 to 20 years. The water was poisoning. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the...
Was it the Flint?
Yeah, it's something along those lines where a real woman called Erin fucking... I don't think Albert Finney was the lawyer in real life. I think he was only the lawyer in the movie. But the two of them are excellent. Really
I heard it's actually just a corporate shill for water companies to be promoted. The whole movie, the whole premise, the whole story
was to put
the whole real life thing.
See, if you look at Evian, it's actually owned by Erin Brockovich.
Okay.
Evian Brockovich.
I love derailing a celebrity death when I don't know who it is.
And she was a mother as well, which is things
so
are always
that's
harder.
why she's compassionate.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
Things are always harder when you're a mother.
It's much the same plot of Striptease with Demi Moore.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you and say I've missed that one the same way that you've missed the true to life strong female role model.
She's an FBI agent, but her husband is a drug dealer, so she gets fired from her job. And then when they go to court to get the rights to take the child, the drug dealer gets the child because he's got a job and she doesn't have a job. So she becomes a striptease to get a job, not because she's like a whore, but because she is a good mother.
That word sounds so ugly from your mouth, Gary.
This just seems like somebody just wanted Demi Moore to be naked in a film.
Don't be ridiculous.
Yeah. You're right, the plot holds up.
Gary Black, the only guy that remembers the plot of Striptease.
Yeah.
It's about this woman, and she's doing a coloured wash, and her washing machine breaks, so she phones, and then a plumber comes, and then do you know what? He never gets round to fixing the washing machine, but does have a very good look at her pipes.
That's why it's in my top 3 films of all time with Showgirls.
Have you seen that Norwegian guy that's doing the Pornhub videos?
Yes.
Okay, some of this guy's a Norwegian man.
Right.
Has taken some of the popular tropes that are on the sex search engines, and he's just made really happy videos.
What we'll do is, if you can pick out the titles for those who maybe don't watch porn because it's only like $1 billion industry, I'll maybe explain the premise of the actual videos.
Okay. I ride in a taxi and don't have sex with the driver.
So there's a very popular skit
You're
on the porn scene where it's called a fake taxi.
Oh my God.
Whereby a girl may get in a taxi.
I drove past somebody 2 days ago that had a fake taxi.
Loads
sticker.
of people have them.
Oh, do they?
Aye.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, you can buy. I mean, it could have been a real fake taxi, but and the parody is always something like the girl gets in the taxi and then he'll go, "Oh no, I forgot my purse."
Aye.
And he'll go, "Well, you get out the taxi. No, there must be something else I can do." And we all know what the other thing she can do is.
Yeah.
Write an IOU.
However, what I'd like to point out is they are a equality industry, because you often get a girl taxi driver who has the same type of forgetful male passenger.
Do you get a lot of... has anybody looked into the fact that porn stars are really forgetful? Like, they've just got... So, like, maximum they must be working a couple of hours a week. Like, what do they have in their mind?
Yeah.
You know, right... Okay, next one. I disinfect the casting couch.
So this is another one where people come in, young girls normally come in and pretend they're actually casting for a real acting job, and these it's really unrealistic, because what it has is these like Hollywood type producers who would actually use their influence to have sex with these young girls.
Is that point of view forehead kissing compilation?
That one needs no explaining.
I do the dishes without being asked. I, your stepbrother, decline your advances, but I am flattered nonetheless.
I don't want to talk about that one.
I hold friends. I hold hands with the ebony girlfriend as she talks about her day. I deliver you a pizza and don't put my wiener in it.
Those are all good.
Excellent, just great work for the guy. It's a, do you know what, it is a decent comment on a fucking really weird industry. Go on, why are you trying to insert these stories?
So what else has Albert Finney been in?
There's like a Gordon Banks link there as well.
Oh, Gordon Banks, everybody's favourite one-eyed goalkeeper.
Was it? And that was something I only found out today from you.
I don't know if he lost the eye after being a goalkeeper.
That's why he retired. He was in a car accident.
Right.
I said this in the thing, and I wasn't joking. I've watched that save a lot today because it's what everyone is tweeting. The save isn't that good.
Right, okay.
The cross is a high lofted cross.
Would you say you were displaying an unpopular opinion here?
We can get on to that later.
Okay.
The cross is from the byline. It's lofted high. And they say he goes from the near post to the back post like in a split second. He's already in that side of the goal with the header.
I tell you what, see when it suits them, they talk about how heavy the ball was back then.
Aye.
I mean, it was moving slow.
Aye. Have you heard Pelly do an interview now? That was from that header.
Right.
He talks slow. But it's like, I was reading it, I was going, it's one of those ones where they say you either die a hero or you live long enough to see Jordan Pickford take your position. And that can only be what he's been thinking that whole World Cup. Is imagine if he knew, because he's been obviously ill for a while, imagine you knew you were going to die and you, Jordan Pickford, was potentially going to be the next World Cup winning goalie.
Oh.
That'd be enough to end it for you.
Do you think so?
Oh my God. You ever heard him talk? You know how there's a stereotype around footballers being brain dead?
Yeah.
Oh God, he backs it up.
The interest I have around England goalkeepers is minimal. Minimal.
Well, did you see the current Stoke manager getting asked about him? Because obviously he was a famous Stoke goalie.
Right.
And you're like, yes, before this guy was born,
Yeah.
why? You could see everything he was saying was just a preamble that was put in his head. You're going to be asked, say these buzz phrases and you're fine.
I think in your excitement, you've skipped over a vital piece of information. Is that the 1966 England goalkeeper has died?
Yeah, I know. Oh, but we're Scottish, so that doesn't really matter.
Uh,
That only matters to the 70 other million people in the UK.
81. So, how many of that team are still alive? Jeff Hurst.
We're down to about 3, aren't we?
I have absolutely no idea.
Alan Ball's died, didn't he?
Yes, he died a couple of years back.
Jack Charlton.
Still going.
Bobby Charlton.
Bobby Charlton's gone.
Bobby Moore, definitely.
So you're both obviously big fans of the Daily Mail.
Yep.
Religiously.
On at the weekend they have a female pull out, but like female,
Right.
MAIL,
Right.
where they gear articles towards their female readership.
Okay.
And in
Acknowledge that they're there.
So this week they had an interior therapist called Suzanne Royton.
I seen this picture.
So what they want is they want to give their female readers some tips.
Single
The single
females.
ladies.
Yeah.
How to avoid your home becoming man repellent.
That makes sense because I've heard a lot of friends say, see the amount of Tinder photos they reject. It's nothing to do with the girl. It's because of the wallpaper in the background.
Look at her. She's got a cactus.
Yeah.
So the main bit of this article,
The cactus was in it.
The main
Cactus
bit-
was in the picture.
the main bit of the article is a big picture that has pointers around the room. Right. So this is Suzanne Royton, interior therapist's idea for how to make your home more suited to attract men. There's one at the bookcase. It says, "Go easy on gloomy book titles." Because if you're reading too many serious books, that's going to put men off because they'll think you're boring.
Right?
Right.
Get
What would you think if you went into a possible partner's house and they had gloomy books on the bookshelf?
If they had
What
a
would you
lot of
think?
books in the bookshelf, I'd be thinking to myself, if this works out, Kindle for Christmas.
Yeah, what if it was? What if it was the Tommy Burns story, Murdo MacLeod, a Jock Stein biography? What would you be thinking?
Just really likes former Scottish footballers and managers.
Super attitude.
My feeling is it would be much worse if you went into someone's house and you saw they had lots of books, and then you accidentally opened a cupboard and a load of really depressingly titled books fell out.
Aye, hidden. Aye.
That's a lot more sinister.
Oh, don't go in there. That's where I caught myself.
Yeah.
Oh, don't go in there. It's so embarrassing.
Point 2 is get rid of that Buddha. Having a Buddha statue is a sign of poverty and isolation.
It's a fat guy laughing. Do you know what I mean? Rub his belly for
Apparently,
luck.
Rich, successful people don't have Buddha statues.
Right, okay. Right.
Well, if you're trying to date a rich, successful person, then that's... Right, never mind. Next.
Right, what else we got?
Get rid of that cactus. It's unwelcoming to men.
Are they? I mean...
I quite like cactuses.
Oh,
Or
cacti.
There's nothing worse than turning around quickly and ripping your scrotum on a stray cacti.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't want a cactus present. I think it just looks weird.
You don't like a cactus?
I think it just looks weird. But that would be the same if I went into my mate's house and was like, why the fuck you got a cactus?
You should come round to my house.
There, you've got a cat, that's bad enough.
A cat and 9 cactus.
Where does the
Sorry.
cat feature on this list?
Not currently on this list.
The last thing you need is a succulent.
I know. Get rid of any pictures or paintings of single women from your wall. It can suggest that you're happy alone and that being a single woman is a lifestyle choice.
Oh, because guys are totally off put by girls who are independent and willing to do their own thing and don't want to force herself into everything you do.
That works both ways. When I spent a bit of time single, I'd take down my portrait of Liam Neeson that was above the fireplace.
Did you keep your cosh up though?
Aye.
Framed.
Aye, of course.
God.
And the last one just said, vase, another image of a single woman.
Right. Does that come back to the empty vessel?
Yeah.
I think you've put more thought into it than she ever did.
Right, okay.
No, because the vase, if it's not got flowers in it, would suggest that you've not been with anyone. But if you were buying your own flowers, it suggests that, she just wants somebody to buy her flowers.
Are you just like a vase?
Aye. So essentially what you need is just a fucking sex basement. Just stripped back to the wall concrete if you want to date a Daily Mail reader.
Yeah.
Aye.
So did they give any suggestions into heighten
A keepsafe
the
lock-up.
appearance?
No, it was how to hide all your embarrassing normal items.
So what, they wanted to walk into like an empty room and just be like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, because
Imagine the guy's version, hide the council tax demand for Stirling Park. Your retro porn should be put in the poofy. What else? It's just gone, nah, that shouldn't be printed.
For me, it would be put my PlayStation control pad away so it doesn't look like that's all I do is play FIFA.
Aye.
Definitely remove my Star Wars rug from my floor.
The 12-pack of B&M toilet rolls that sit down the side of the couch.
It's the bottom of the bed, actually.
The fucking massive pile of Findus loser meals for one, showing that you put absolutely no thought into your diet because you don't expect to live past 37.
The cultivation of mold you've been growing in the bottom of that glass for a few years needs to go.
Aye. Fuck.
The whole
The
thing
for
is,
sale sign that you stole from the...
She has went into more depth than I have capability to go to in myself.
The very idea
None of those things.
that men get into a place where a single vagina is and go, a fucking cactus? What am I doing here?
Yeah. Or if the date goes well, you see that she's got a copy of 1984.
Imagine the fucking the wedding speech going, and you know what? I didn't think we'd get here 5 years down the line when, much to my horror, after we went back to her house, there it was. A fucking vase. Like, who is this singleton loser?
So do you think it's genuine advice, or do you think it's
Clickbait for people to
It's
hear.
fucking designed
social
for
media
stupid
bait.
podcasts to bring up his stupid fucking subjects.
And I'm glad we're no one of those stupid podcasts.
Listen, girls, if you want to put off prospective guys, just give off a high maintenance vibe and ask a lot of questions about what your date's been up to. So how have you been? Fuck that shit.
just really enthusiastically talk about the podcast you like to listen to? And
Yeah. Single ladies, do what you like with your place. Be happy with you instead of trying to make yourself right for a man.
Oh, and of course, this will come out on the 13th of February on Patreon, so happy Galentine's Day.
I haven't heard that word in fucking ages.
You're not a Parks and Recreation
I
fan?
fucking loved it, then Chris Pratt's wasted it with all this Jesus fucking pish.
He's always been like that, though.
Fucking, do you know what?
Jesus pish, but he was happy to get a divorce, wasn't he?
Joseph Goss warned me about this 2 months ago. I went for a haircut and Joseph Goss is friendly with a very, very talented Scottish comedian and writer, Chris Thorburn, who does a lot of stuff around movies. And Joe passing on Chris's information was the whole Schwarzenegger, Chris Pratt engagement would be...
That's his daughter, not Arnold.
Would be...
That would be a surprise.
It does not matter what Schwarzenegger... This is his fucking gateway into American politics.
You think so?
Joseph warned me about this a couple of months ago, and I've steadily watched it grow on Twitter. This whole Jesus fucking nonsense is all part of a bid. A bid for politics.
See where he's got it wrong, though? Is he does not realise that a lot of his fan base would just drop off.
Oh, it has. I fucking loved Guardians of the Galaxy. I liked him. See this whole Jesus, fuck that shit.
What is a real shame is that Anna Faris would be an amazing First Lady.
Yeah.
That'd be phenomenal.
Why you not like my daughter? She has vases, cacti. She has lots of gloomy books.
Yeah, she's the one you feel sorry for.
Listeners, on the advice of Joseph Goss and Christopher Thorburn, Keith and I and Chris Pratt.
So is it Pratt 2020?
Nah, no, but that's soon.
No, that's soon. 2024, 2028. He's fucking going for it. The Jesus-loving fuck pig.
You could genuinely have a situation where he would run for the Republicans at the same time The Rock would run for the Democrats, because that's what they want. That is what the people, I mean, they want this ultimate. They could probably fight each other. Like, they want two people. Like, see if The Rock was the president of your country, you'd be like, aye.
Well, that's what Liberia has in George Weah, isn't it?
Aye, but he doesn't look like he used to play professional football anymore. Well, The Rock still looks like he could kill somebody.
But he wouldn't.
He might.
Aye, Chris Pratt for the watching.
That's really disappointing.
That is, hugely.
Well, that was a couple of the last things I've seen on Instagram was him going on about Jesus. Because it was when he was hunting and killing animals, he was talking the same shit.
Aye, but when the light is strong, when the spotlight's on you, if it's brighter than the light that comes from within you, that will, do you know what, just fuck up, mate, and stop giving gay people a hard time.
Yeah, fair enough.
Chris Pratt, 2024. You fucking ruined Parks and Rec. Do you know what? I wasn't even bothered when Anzi's and Zari was a wee arsehole. I wasn't bothered about all that stuff because I didn't rate his character, but I rated Andy in Parks and Rec. Absolutely ruined it for me. Guardian of the Galaxy 3, not for me.
That's not happening anyway.
That wouldn't matter, I would watch it.
My favourite my favourite was John Ralphio.
Oh, well, we'll just wait and see what happens.
What Ben Schwartz does. That, talking of superhero films briefly, reminds me.
Sharp.
Shoehorned.
Sharp.
Is Shuhon, have you both seen Venom?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I
even finished it as well.
Me too. I've only finished it yesterday. Spoilers for Venom. I can't believe the very last scene of the movie is in the trailer. Like, I know people go, oh, they spoil movies in the trailer these days. The literal last scene of the movie is in the trailer.
That's how much they care about you.
Yeah.
We have your money.
I think Venom is just to see how much they can get away with. I think somebody went, we've got no plot, but we'll put Tom Hardy in it.
Yeah.
And it'll be fine.
How many superhero movies has Tom Hardy been in? I feel as if they're flinging him into everything in the hope one of these fucking things sticks.
No.
Well, he done Bane.
Yeah.
He done Venom. I feel there's a third. He has played another superhero.
You sure?
No, but I'm running with it.
I'm not sure. But Venom was
Right.
fucking terrible.
Ryan Reynolds was the same.
Yeah.
How many
And
did
so
he?
Yeah, but he's got it now, though.
Aye, they're hoping for that with Tom Hardy.
So was...
Eventually one will click, but
aye.
Venom isn't it seems.
Well, Bane was it, but then that was a character that had an end.
Yeah.
Captain America was previously Johnny Flame in Fantastic Four.
So he was. But he was the only decent part of that movie as well. Like
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they
Aye.
sometimes need a couple goes at it.
Aye. How do we get this guy's brand up and market him as a toy?
Tom Hardy didn't need it. It's such a bad film. It's so bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother.
I heard because Tom Hardy had recently had a kid that he really wanted to make a movie that his kid could hate. I've not even seen it.
I spent a lot of time in the last couple of days.
Hey, the patrons paid for that line.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time in the last couple of days disappearing down a YouTube hole, which, as we've previously discussed, is quite dangerous for me because who knows what I'm going to land on. But I tried to estimate it today. I think in the last 2 days I've spent over 6 hours watching Marble Olympics.
Marble Olympics?
Right, okay.
Which is just a video of a guy setting up different races and events,
right,
and then putting marbles down it and splitting them into different coloured teams, and then setting up the Marble Olympics.
Right, okay, so it's got like races that need to knock over the marbles or what?
Yeah, but he's done Summer Olympics where it's just, straight races. So there's sand rallies where he's cut a big path out the sand. Last night in particular, I was watching the Winter Marble Olympics where he'd cut sheets of glass to do it like ice. And then there was a curling event, there was a speed skating event. 6 hours in the last 2 days watching marbles run about, and I was so into it. I'd picked my favourite team was the Raspberry Racers, the kind of deep pink marbles. I was fucking loving it.
So, what should you have been doing when you were doing this fucking shit?
Something worthwhile.
Yeah, what you've not done is you sold this like as if you were meant to know not how you got there, but where you got from. So you didn't tell us where you went from. No, that sounds like you just went and searched for this.
But I had an idea for a podcast where people would just send in a random start word, and then you would detail how far down the rabbit hole that you got, right? So this is something I've been wanting to do as a podcast for ages. This is an example of it, right?
Right.
I listen to Alec Baldwin, Here's the Thing, an interview podcast, right?
Okay.
Fucking Ralph's obsessed with Alec Baldwin, and he put me onto the comedians in cars getting coffee. The two Alec Baldwin episodes are the best two, right? November there, he got into an argument with somebody over a parking space, went to court, ended up having to do community service, so I got a fine. There's always a story with Baldwin, right? So this is an example of the rabbit hole I would go down. Right, Alec Baldwin, go through everything, right? I'm scrolling as I'm doing this. I'll get to the point, early life, here we go. The most interesting thing that I found out when I've Wikipedia'd Alec Baldwin, and this is the rabbit hole that I get stuck down, right? Give me 2 seconds. He's a direct descendant of John Howland, right?
Right.
Do you know who John Howland is?
Nope.
No.
Immediately, welcome to my rabbit hole.
Right.
So we go John Howland, we click on him, right? John Howland was a passenger on the Mayflower. He was an indentured servant and in later years the executive assistant and personal secretary to Governor John Carver. So he is one of the first Europeans to go and settle in America, and then he's fucking charged with going, have hunters of kids. Right? Because we need to populate this place with Europeans after we've killed the Navajos. Right? This is the fucking rabbit hole that I'm in. Now, would you like to hear some of the direct descendants of John Howland?
Right.
Here we go. Notable descendants. John and Elizabeth Howland founded one of the 3 largest Mayflower progenies, and their descendants have been associated largely with the Boston Brahmins and Harvard's intellectual aristocracy of the 19th and 20th century. So let's go for some of John Howland's descendants, apart from Alec Baldwin.
So this is people also related to Alec Baldwin?
Franklin D. Roosevelt, George H. Bush, George W. Bush, Edith Roosevelt, Barbara Bush, Alice Roosevelt, Sarah Palin, Jeb Bush, poets, Ralph Waldo Emerson, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, blah, blah, blah. Actors, Christopher Lloyd, Humphrey Bogart, Maud Adams, Anthony Perkins, Lillian Russell, also Chevy Chase. Who else have we got? So essentially, what we've got here is for one European having hundreds of kids.
The American aristocracy.
Aye. That's the type of rabbit hole I fucking enjoy. Not some man-child fucking about.
Different strokes for different folks.
No, but you still. So like, I was expecting you to tell. So this is something I was doing in work. So I will normally put on a YouTube clip if I want just to listen to.
John, I've just found the Illuminati.
Mate, no, you've not. And it was a YouTube clip, and it was it came up on the ads for the trailer for Avengers Endgame.
Right.
And then it came up a clip from when Ryan Reynolds was introducing Deadpool and he was doing all the stupid wee skits with David Beckham.
Right.
Then there was an interview with David Beckham. Then that came up an interview with David Beckham and Wolverine. Then it went to the Wolverine and Ryan Reynolds where they're doing the gin adverts and the coffee adverts. And then it popped up and said, would you like to know the origins of coffee? And I went, I'm here. I'm drinking coffee. So I went into that, and then it went back to the 9th century in Ethiopia.
Right.
And was telling you that was where coffee actually originated. But there's a massive dispute with the people of Yemen because they claim that they actually discovered coffee in 575. And I'm going, I just wanted to look at Avengers Endgame trailer.
But it's taken me 35 minutes to arrive at this point.
And if any of the questions in the trample back quiz is, in which country did coffee originate?
It better be Yemen.
I'm going to have to comment that there's a dispute between Yemen and Ethiopia.
Well, I can tell you roughly how I got to marble racing,
go.
but each step of the way is going to disgust you a little bit more. So I was watching a guy called Emergency Awesome who does trailer Avengers trailer
Right.
breakdown
All right, okay,
videos and explains the little things going on in the background.
Like nobody having sex.
Yeah. And then that led me down to,
You'll see this cactus in the background means nobody's having sex.
look at the vase. That led me down to the unboxing of Kid Robot vinyl statues.
Thanks for watching. Please click and subscribe.
So I was watching a grown man and woman unboxing little vinyl rabbits.
So you found the Illuminati, I found where coffee came from, and Gary discovered an Olympics thing.
A couple that couldn't have kids and bought the toys anyway.
There was a cat in it as well, so they had a cat.
Exactly.
And then they went on to...
Why was a cat no in that picture in the
That was
Daily
what I said.
Mail?
I then watched a video of a guy unbagging limited edition pin badges, and then that led me to marble racing.
No. The marble racing was the pinnacle. Your dark hole was like everything you just mentioned before this. The thing you started with sounded all right.
I know. But the thing is, it's interesting how even though there's no control, it's just a bunch of marbles let on a track at the one time. You start getting super into the competitiveness, and on a certain curve, a certain marble will just come from the outside and whip round and be in the lead. And it's just like watching a race.
So you're describing Skeletrix
Yeah, but
with
it's
marbles.
less like because at least with Skeletrix there's some sort of human interaction. This is just things rolling down a hill and going, I hope the purpley one wins.
You became too involved in this, Gary.
Yeah.
So I've got lots to say in this, but I really, really don't want to be responsible for you feeling bad.
The thing is, if you could bet on it. If you could place a bet on which marble would finish in the top 3, the two of you would be all over it.
Oh, I'd be betting.
I wouldn't.
I would be betting on it.
You can go into bookies and they'll just show you one of those videos and the marbles are horses. You know what?
Aye, the virtual horses, there you go.
That's why they're trying to get it banned, because it's dangerous when a marble goes over a bump and breaks.
I tell you what, if this equine flu gets any fucking worse, that's what they'll be doing at Cheltenham.
I know.
So that's my mission for this week.
Gary's confessions is getting blacker and blacker.
No.
Gary Black confession.
Gary Black's Black Confessions.
After a time, you'll be able to look back at them and see the point where it all started to go wrong.
Aye,
Plot,
the unfolding.
journey.
The
Yeah.
unfolding.
I know when. John, do you want to do a podcast?
Our banhammer last week, I decided to do something a little bit different because we had the 2 banhammers.
Right.
Well, no, we really had one. I kind of withdrew mine right away.
You withdrew because it was so bad, and Chris's
It was not, but it was more of just a moan. It was weak.
So I decided that I would put the 2 of them up on a poll on Facebook, because we do kind of neglect Facebook a bit. All of our attention of all 3 of us is kind of focused on Twitter. So I put a little poll up on Facebook to see which one people thought was the most banhammerish.
And so which one got the 1 vote?
It got hundreds of votes.
So it got 10 votes, right?
Hundreds of votes.
10 votes.
And 67% backed your banhammer, John.
Well, that's fucked. 67% of people are idiots. John, do you know what this? All this proves is what I've been saying is the culture doesn't mind that. They're just quite happy not to speak to a person. They will fucking answer a machine's 900 questions, so they don't have to speak to one person.
What's weird is all the people who commented
We're bots.
Russian.
the people who commented
Muslims riding Ferris wheels.
We're in the same flat in Minsk.
including John Gavin was one of them. All the people that actually commented all said that Unnecessary Steps was worse.
Right.
But by the votes, Imaginary Gatekeeping blew it out of the water.
Imaginary gatekeeping.
But that's only a subsample of Facebook, so it maybe says more about Facebook people.
Probably does.
Yeah, do you know what? It doesn't get to me that 67% of the people are wrong.
Well, I also then started to wonder if the example.
Do you know what? I did look at that.
Yeah.
And my mate Gary Welsh had put, actually, that extra step there is to see if you want syrup in your coffee. You know what? Before you press make it.
No, there's a make it one as well. There's an add syrup and make it.
There you go, Gary.
Because you can add caramel or vanilla syrup. But
why on earth would you?
I don't know. Caramel, that is nice.
Why on earth would you?
It's a treat. I feel this Banhammer's better though.
Right, okay.
So again, as always, I'm going to need help to frame what I'm trying to say.
Okay, let's get it down to a sentence.
So there's something that's appearing on Twitter where people tweet an unpopular opinion. That's how they start the sentence, and then they tweet something that is in no way. It's maybe unpopular to you and your 10 pals, but these things exist because of... So one, an unpopular opinion, but cheese pizzas are amazing. Almost all pizzas have cheese on them. Yeah?
Right,
It's
okay.
the basis for the pizza.
Uh-huh. Even my pizzas have cheese on them.
So you'll even go that far, Gary?
Yeah.
So, again... It's something that either needs to be said or is an unpopular opinion.
I'd hate to be in a pizza restaurant. It's bad enough the couple of times I've been in a McDonald's with you. It's like, can I have the button bun lightly toasted, cheese, but no onions? No, oh, fuck this, man.
An unpopular opinion, cold milk is amazing.
No, I think these are wind up. I think
Nope.
you've misunderstood.
It's a wee
form.
guy. I went back to his tweet before that and he was hungover.
Right. Cool.
So he
I
went...
love that defensive. No, it's a wee guy.
So his tweet about 2 minutes before it was absolutely hanging. And then the next tweet was clearly a comment on the fact that he was drinking cold milk.
Unpopular opinion.
Cold milk is amazing.
Well, I think supermarkets have realised that it's a pretty popular opinion by storing all their fucking milk.
Unpopular opinion, but I don't have her name at hand, but near did the tweet. The Sky Sports woman pundit is actually okay and knows what she's talking about. She's had 80 caps for England at football and plays professionally for Chelsea.
Knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion.
So these people don't seem to know
What the word unpopular
Yeah.
means. Unpopular opinion. Buy
Yeah.
a dictionary.
Or just don't write anything.
Right. This is this week's Twitter homework. Anytime you see somebody begin a tweet with the words unpopular opinion, I want you to get on there and just say, I agree. or is it better if you say, me and all my friends agree with you? Unpopular opinion. No. We want you to be our new leader.
It's like it's like Radio X in Manchester do this quite a lot. With bands from around Manchester that a lot of people from Manchester know, and they'll put up polls like saying most underrated band in the UK, and then it's got like 400,000 votes, and somebody's won with 300,000. You go, well, then they're not underrated because 300,000 people know who they fucking are, and you're doing a poll on them.
Unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
No, you're the leader we have been waiting on. Do you think people write...
How do we write to our MP about this?
Here's an unpopular opinion. You should tweet more.
And that's what I'll be responding.
Aye.
That's a better.
That's the way to do it.
Unpopular opinion. You should tweet more. do you think they're sitting there?
It's wee guy chat. It's wee guy Twitter. That's what I'm calling it now.
Do you think they're sitting there going, I'm edgy as fuck here?
That's all it is.
Do you know what? I didn't know whether to try heroin or put an unpopular opinion on Twitter. I'm going to put the unpopular. Fucking jump in, try heroin.
Wee guy chat. Wee guy Twitter.
Aye, right. Is that what you're going for? Unpopular opinion.
Aye.
You should tweet more.
Yeah.
I feel as if
Just bullying folk.
No,
I am.
the whole thing's went too fucking unchecked for ages. It's just absolutely unchecked roasters. It's giving people an outlet.
So that's our new campaign. We're going to clean up the internet, people.
What does your dad do? Unpopular opinion. You should tweet more. That is.
These are going to be staples of our tweets going forward.
Aye. Right, do you know what? John, I'll give you. You need to get a banhammer through eventually. That is an unpopular opinion.
There we go.
Wah, 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 wah. You putting that in?
Yeah,
That's definitely in.
definitely.
I'm going to retweet it. I'm actually going to just search for it and retweet everything.
I feel like every week there's another format, another template for people to, to
100%.
Oh, this is the way I'm going to structure my tweet. This is the format. And it does get tired very quick.
But it's good for the Twitter company because it's really easy to then monitor the tweets that are going around because it's
That
really
wee prick
easy.
makes me want to keep my fucking milk in the bread, man.
Did you listen to the Joe Rogan Twitter podcast with him?
With who?
Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter.
No.
For the CEO of Twitter, he knows nothing about Twitter.
Yeah, that's the CEO of a company isn't there to know about the company.
Yeah, but if you're willing to put your name to a podcast that's listened to hundreds of millions of people, know why people get banned and have a good example as to why high profile people are banned.
Do you know what I see a lot of sort of shared light and everything on Twitter is the absolute dirtbag world of what people will say to one another in direct messages. Like, as if your photograph does not appear next to the shitty words that you sent somebody. Like, the photograph of you holding your infant child does not appear next to you telling somebody to fucking kill themselves. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like the typical example would be a guy would message a girl going, "Hiya, how are you?" Ignored. A couple of days later, "Hiya, how are you?"
Right, okay,
Ignored.
yeah, I've got it.
You know, talking then. And then going, "Do you know what? Just the last message back saying, listen, going to just leave me alone. Fuck off and kill yourself."
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Mate, it's everywhere now. And to be fair to them, a lot of the people that are getting a lot of this abuse are screenshotting it and putting it out.
Well, I've seen a lot of people they've been doing it with dick pics.
Right, they've just been going.
There's a lot of girls on Twitter going, literally just hit followers and then open my DMs and this is what it is. And it's like, she's got the screenshot of like all the users' names and then all of them opened individually. And there's no even conversation from the guy yet. It's just, here's my dick.
The ones that are better are the ones that find their mums online, forward it on to
I've
them,
never seen that.
and go, "Just want you to know your son sent me this unsolicited. If you could please have a word with him, let him know that's not cool."
See, that's the right way to deal with certain things. However, see if your boyfriend or girlfriend cheats on you, don't go and hunt down the girl and tweet her with pictures of it because nobody cares.
No.
Don't interfere with other people's lives. It's funny if it's only affecting you. Right?
Right, okay.
Because that's your own. If you're getting private messages direct to you, but don't go involve yourself. So I've seen about 4 or 5 now where girls have tweeted the girlfriend and said, "My friend slept with your boyfriend," then screenshotted it and shared it to the whole internet and then named the guy. So like you're essentially just conducting bullying or abuse to one person.
It's kind of... I know what you mean.
You're magnifying bullying of a guy who's done nothing except just not like his girlfriend as much as he said. Which isn't a crime and you're allowed to do that.
Wow.
Well, do you know what? It's turned into fucking...
Unpopular opinion.
unpopular opinion.
No, that's a
there.
popular opinion. You can,
Unpopular opinion.
you can break up.
It's alright to send dick pics if
No, you're not allowed to do that. No, you're not allowed to do that.
Okay.
You're not allowed to do that.
What are you?
No,
allowed to
if
do?
you get a private message with dick pic, then that is yours. You can share that and tell everyone on the internet that you're getting that.
But don't be a wee snitch and go and tell
Don't-
the person
don't be-
he's bought a house with.
Don't. Don't indirectly get somebody bullied off fucking 1,800 people they don't know.
Some people need a bullying.
I think that's the wrong
So what,
message to
can we
send.
stop talking about it? The whole thing's a fucking sewer, man. A fucking sewer.
You just want to get off so we can go back on Twitter right now. Wonder what the name of this episode's going to be.
Do you know what? See what you've described there? That sort of bullying harassment thing. As the modern, and the press is the same, as the modern day version of the Colosseum. See the Christians fighting the lions. It is kind of, let's just watch this fucking human misery unfold.
Oh, but I mean, you know how I am. I terribly word what I'm trying to say. Essentially, this girl didn't want to be
You know how I am, I can't even say it back. The fucking syntax.
This girl could have, like, just a couple of examples saying, could have been doing the right thing. Right, that's probably the right thing. If your friend's done something wrong and she didn't know the boyfriend, then okay, maybe that's alright to go. But then you put it on Twitter, so it was just for your own enjoyment to fucking make it miserable.
Do you know what?
Yep.
It's fucking... I don't see a lot coming the other way, gender-wise.
Oh, guys are terrible, but we agree on that. We're all sexist against guys. We're the worst. We don't go out with girls because they've got vases in their house.
Are you buying a Valentine's card this year?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. What I like to do is get one that's preposterously large so that it's a massive inconvenience.
I'm going to send a picture of my baldy half-incher to Moonpig and then get it on like a 6-foot canvas.
Yeah, you couldn't get it blown up.
Aye.
Postman's in for a nice surprise.
Aye. And then send it to my own mum. I'll get 2 printed and go, look what I sent. Save the lassie the bother, I forwarded it on. Your postman must be fucking huge in the arms carrying all your cards, man.
Yeah, it's a bad time.
Right, so that's all the excitement for this week, Gary. Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's not that exciting.
No.
I went for pancakes the other day.
No.
At the new
Guys,
place.
that's the podcast finished. Gary will not get an American meal. He's already had superheroes discussed in this podcast. I'm not willing to fucking discuss Denny's, pancakes, hot chocolate, fucking... What else? Cereal. He would talk about American cereal if we gave him a chance. M&M's, Five Guys.
Pop heads, whatever they're called.
Anything fucking 1950s
Avengers in the fucking silver cases.
Aye. None of that. I'm discussing none of that. I'd rather discuss perverts with Twitter accounts sexually harassing single people online.
If anyone lives near Wishaw, my team have got a quarter final on Sunday afternoon.
Whereabouts is it?
I'll let them. I don't have the information yet because of the game.
It's in Wishaw.
No, see, Gary, how councils work is you don't get the pitch till the Thursday, so joke's on you.
Yep.
If anyone's around there, they can tweet in, text in, whatever they want.
Right.
It's a regional cup quarterfinals. It's a big game for us.
Great.
Right, have a good week.
See you later.
I'm not done.
So, Chris, we didn't ask you what you've got going on.
What have I got going on this week?
Is the music always that long?
No.
Alright, okay. It's just I've never listened past the music.
Nobody does. That's
Right.
why no one will hear this bit.
Cool.
Aye, but we've done this. This is the 14th, 15th time we've done this and nobody's commented.
Yeah, but we've not done it in order, so we're going to have to go back and find out which episode it's on.
Aye, we did it in... we did it in the early days.
Aye, first one was like 42. Is it 42? Because we get the idea when we went to see Avengers.
Yeah, the post-credits.
Aye, the post-credits thing.
Post-credits scene.
Actually, see when I suggested it 4.5 years ago, it was actually... see when you leave the Stone Roses album on, The Second Coming, and the album had 99 tracks on it, and the end of the album would finish and then there'd just be like 45 tracks of 3 seconds each, and then it would just give you the fucking freak. It was just them banging in it. So when I suggested it ages ago, but I'm fucking so surprised nobody's any of the, because the people quote stuff back to us, and you're going, they know stuff that's happened in episodes.
Well, it's so stupid because see if they actually see what I do before I turn the podcast off. Obviously, it goes silent, but I'd look at the minutes and go, "Fuck, there's still 10 minutes to go in this one. What is the 10 minutes after the music?"
It'll be like the podcast that's lasted 55 minutes, but the
You're
podcast
still 10 minutes to
an hour
go.
and 3.
Aye.
Yeah, it's like the digital generation will not get hidden tracks on their albums.
Aye,
Because exactly.
Yeah.
aye, because you would need to select it. No, unless you put it in the last track, and the last track was 12 minutes, but there's only 4 minutes worth of music. But
Apple don't allow it on iTunes
do they
to
not?
have big periods of silence.
See, Spotify bought out Gimlet this week.
Yeah, that's a deep cut into industry news.
Aye, Spotify are heavily moving into podcasting. Right, so
Good.
more and more of the... Aye, but what it'll mean is less independence, because if a lot of people put all their eggs in the basket with Spotify...
They want to make it, Spotify exclusive content.
I used to.
But you might not get advertising. You might not get using Patreon. It might say, no, you'll take the 0.005 pence that we give you per listen, and then that's it.
Well, I used to do this podcast like 4 years ago, and we actually created our own app that we could put stuff on.
Yeah, we've innovated a couple of things like that, and give them a go.
Oh no, I think that's going to be the way we should. I mean, I don't want to give Gary more work, but I think that's the way we could go.
we could have our own Trample Bat app.
I think that's definitely where we should go now,
there's
if that's a
there's
thing.
literally no extra work per week, but there's extra financial cost up front.
But it wouldn't. Some of the people said they didn't update in time, didn't they?
Yeah,
No,
I
it was
think
maybe
sometimes
2 or 3 days later.
But I mean, that was like what, 3 years ago?
I think Patreon gives us that.
Yeah.
See, it lets you communicate direct with the people that are interested in you making different things.
If
Do you know what
I
I've found every time we've done these things, we start conversing like we normally converse rather than the
just
fucking
normal.
It's not like a
normal
podcast, just a conversation.
podcast. I hate me.
you don't have your showbiz voice
See
on.
that whole fucking.
Hi, I'm Chris Conroy.
I'm dead positive.
I know I'm starting to resent the fact that we created my character to be like the kind of the male that would just say what he was thinking.
That foil suited you for so long.
Uh,
But we tried to touch on. I think your story branch could have been off when we started talking about the yoga. See if you get deeper into the yoga instead of the confidence thing.
Yeah.
I also really
Like I
love...
listen to Ian and I'm going, this guy's going to sell me Windies in a minute. Whereas if you've been doing
Yeah.
the spiritual, well, I kind of stole that with all that Buddha bullshit and fucking compassion shit.
I feel like I regret as well building the point into your character of being able to not control your voice.
Yeah, true.
See the two ideas that I had for adverts was the fake taxi one, and then the other one was where me and you were just fucking really, really scared of him. Like, see if we filmed the advert in here, and it was just you doing all the talking, and I was in a mute, just a mute, and only spoke on when Gary told me I could. You know, like Gary just been this absolute dinosaur of a horrible agent character, and then it all build up to, you know, hello and welcome to Trample Bat. Then he was that was his trope.
Yeah, that would be funny.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Aye, but what am I doing this week? We fucking committed. Got a deposit together for the house. We've committed to moving in with my in-laws.
Oh, no.
Move in with my partner's mum. She's an absolute diamond. But what I'm quite looking forward to the moving in is that she's going to have really, really strict rules about where the cats can go. Like, do you know what I miss? I miss a nap. See, a nap. I'm never napping in my own couch because I'm scared. And scared is the word. Going, I don't want to wake up and a cat's sitting on me.
Yeah. I just don't get cats.
I was listening to a podcast during
Sorry,
the week.
Gary.
That's all right.
Oh, I finally got around to listening to Scrupulous Pip.
Scroobius Pip.
So I listened to the 2 Liam Howlett ones.
Oh, they're good, aren't they?
Brilliant. And what was his one? Adam McKay? Adam McKay. Sorry, I'll
Aye.
say it properly. He's tremendous. That Adam McKay. I cannot wait to see Vice. I'm going off all over the place here.
Aye, I've heard loads of good reports about Vice.
Did you see?
But
What-
he'd made sort of weirder,
Big Shot.
funnier movies.
Aye, he was basically Will Ferrell's
Aye,
guardian angel.
but it's
Like Step Brothers, other guys with Mark Wahlberg. See, we've talked about the Mark Wahlberg, a lot of the improv that Mark Wahlberg did in that movie that he just was like, no. And he was like, trust me. So it's a bit where, have you seen the other guys?
No. I
So,
refuse to watch
See if you
any
tell
film
that
with
story
Mark
about
Wahlberg in it.
Cucumber.
no,
again.
not that.
Cucumber.
So Will Ferrell is married to Eva Mendes in it, but Will Ferrell is a boring financial accountant for the NYPD.
Right.
And Mark Wahlberg goes, when she first appears, he goes, who's that? He goes, that's my wife. And he goes, no, not really, who's that? And this was all improvised. And it was like, and it's like the way that he's so obsessed with her that he doesn't want to leave the house, but he wants to get away from Will Ferrell. And he just keeps turning around every like 2-3 seconds going, bye Sheila. He's like, go inside, Alan. Bye Sheila. And it really is a fucking hilarious cutscene. And he was like, I was against it. And he's like, every time I watch it, I howl. He's just laughing.
So Vice is worth a shout.
I think Vice will be brilliant. He was talking about Christian Bale. That guy's a fucking animal.
Sounds hard work, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know, because he said, what was it? He said, we want to start filming now. And he said, I don't think I've got the walk right.
Right.
I don't think I walk like Dick Cheney walks. He's like, I'd like another couple of weeks just watching videos of
I'd
him
like it
walking.
another couple of weeks. Imagine doing that in your normal job, going, do you know what? I don't think I've got this down.
Well,
I'm going to take a couple of weeks.
well, he said Christian Bale was cutting about with really loose fitting clothes because of the weight he was gaining. Obviously, didn't want people to catch him not in the role. And he said because of that, he didn't really see what weight he'd put on. And
Aye.
the first day he came out of costume, it was just like, oh my God,
Somebody else.
this is it. This is it. So And he was talking about, do you know he had a heart attack recently?
Cheney?
Adam McKay.
Right.
No, Cheney's his Huddleston.
They still cannot locate the heart.
So Adam McKay was like, he didn't feel well, so he took a couple of aspirin. Then he went, I really don't feel well. So he phoned his wife, and his wife went, I'm going to phone an ambulance that's going to pick you up at the hotel. Picked him up, and the doctor was like, yeah, you were having a heart attack. He's like, how? He goes, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Christian Bale saved my life. And he's like, how? He goes, because when we were doing the first scene when Dick Cheney because Dick Cheney has had like 30 heart attacks in his life.
Right.
That's like a common like comedy thread through the film.
Right.
And he goes, Christian Bale comes up to him and goes, do you know what kind of heart attack he had? Was it like a sore stomach? And he goes, did he not just all come down like your left side? And he's like, no, you can have a heart attack like 13 different ways. And he's like, I had no idea. And he's like, I noticed my stomach was really sore.
Right.
And I thought it was just indigestion, and it was a heart attack. And he goes, it was because Christian Bale was like, he was going on about this, and he goes, I think it was a stomach problem he had.
Right.
It was just really interesting. The doctor's going, I don't understand what you're talking about.
How old's Adam McKay?
In his 50s.
Get that heart checked out.
He stopped smoking.
Yeah.
That was his one big vice.
So, you been listening to any podcasts?
Yeah, I've been listening non-stop to How Did That Get Made?
Any good?
Yeah, I love it. You ever watch The League?
No.
No. So it is about American fantasy football, but it's not, like, I don't feel like you would enjoy it any less.
What about, if you listen to any of the Open Goal ones with Cy Ferry?
Yeah.
No.
Some of the interviews are alright. The style's rotten.
But the only reason he gets interviews is because of the style.
Aye.
If it was a formatted interview, professional footballers or ex-professionals would have no interest in doing it.
It's giving them the chance not to go through the cliches, isn't it?
Yep.
What's
the best goal you've scored, blah, blah, blah. And they're more comfortable. Like, it was really good. I do really enjoy it.
It's a good hour.
It flies in. There's been some stinker. Don't listen to Russell Anderson's one.
Right.
My God, I put that to go to sleep.
I was listening to Paul Hartley on the way here.
His was alright. He could tell his Romanov stories better, but he's too busy in management, so he's not worked in his after dinner speaking routines. But he's got some good stories, but he's not got the punchlines selling them.
Aye. We should maybe give him a phone.
It feels like it's building up. It's like the Avengers Endgame. It feels like it's building up to the Thomas Gravison one again.
Ferry would get on so much better if he knew how to speak. Like, I miss some of the questions.
It's not about him, though.
Yeah, aye.
It's the players telling the story. But that's really good. And I go through peaks and troughs, but that was like 4 hours of my day was on Fight Club. And I forgot how much I really enjoyed it. It's fucking funny.
You should give them the fucking mics that you're hiding through the back here.
You think? And see, you guys always going about quality. I just listen to the fucking content. I'm like, that's fine.
Oh,
it's better than listening to people in my office on their individual conference calls and stuff like that.
Don't you get personal now? You need that money.
Sorry.
Just when we were talking about Mark Wahlberg, it did make me think that
Cy Ferry interviews Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, that'd be a belter.
I meant to say last week the thing we never said during the Liam Neeson thing was how Liam Neeson's career could be over, but Mark Wahlberg did go to jail for blinding a Vietnamese guy.
30 fucking year ago.
Yeah, so was Liam Neeson's thing.
Leslie Grantham worked after the taxi driver incident. National fucking treasure.
That's true.
Oh, that's a bit north. We've proven it's had no effect on Liam Neeson.
Do you know what irritated me about the Neeson thing last week was the way they drip fed the details, and we fucking went to town on one angle.
And then it came back 40 years.
This happened 30 or 40 years ago. It happened in London. Then there was wee pricks on Twitter fucking having a pop at us once they had all the fucking details and listened to it 2 days later. Going, it's just a fucking podcast. Don't take it too fucking seriously.
Because we don't.
Aye. If us and Mark Collette is where you're getting your fucking news, you're fucked. Right, so that was done for 10 minutes. We'll do this again 3 or 4 months.
Aye.
Yeah, we'll surprise people.
Okay. Let us know if you find out which episode we've done it in, though.